There is a particular stock in the consumer sector that is actually making wave now. It is funny because we've traded this stock right from when this stock was actually 14 naira. And guys, this stock is currently shooting high, and very soon we'll be hitting the three-digit section because a lot of people don't have that patience or they don't have that knowledge to actually digest what is going on in that sector. And that is why we are looking at the NGS consumer goods sector, and before we move to that stock that is currently doing some good numbers. And we are going to look at the trigger, the first trigger that actually pushed the price, and we're going to look at their earnings, and I'm going to give my honest prediction concerning the stock. So if you stick to the hand, you surely get value. So without wasting time, my name still remains Investor Joseph, and you are welcome to the Financial Edge, where we teach how to gain financial freedom via trade and investment. So if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified of my post and reaching videos like this. So this is the consumer sector that track everything that is happening. And if you look here, you see that we've had a little bit of green, but you will not see it until we move to the 1 hour. So when we come to the 1 hour right now, you're able to see the little green, and this just signifies that the market is actually waking up. So you can see it here. The market is actually waking up, and we may get some good money this week, and next week we might just jump into the Santa Claus rally. Of course, the Santa Claus rally is not something that it will continue to shoot, you understand? But anyhow it comes, I want you to monitor it closely and take advantage of it. So if we look at the Q1 of this current company, you will see that their revenue actually increased, but their profit actually dropped. You can see it from the earnings per share from 185 kobo to 106 kobo. This is not a good one, and that is what actually make the price to stay in a particular region for a long time, because you can see all their expenses. Of course, the expenses actually cost a lot of this, and that is why the profit was not wasn't making too much sense, because for 2024 first quarter they actually made 5.9 billion and they couldn't sustain that growth. And in 2025, the profit for the period actually came down to 3.3 billion. Let's quickly jump to the second quarter of this company. For second quarter, they actually made 54 billion, similar to what they made in their first quarter. Actually, first quarter was 56 and second quarter was 54, which means revenue actually dropped. And if we look at the previous year, they made 42 billion, and if you look at the previous year, they made 40 billion. You understand? So they actually made improvement based on 2024 with 2 billion, and why they actually decreased in 2025 revenue with 2 billion. And if we look at the overall 6 months, we are looking at 83 over 110 billion. That is 6 months 2024, they were able to pull in 83.2 billion naira, while in 6 months 2025 they were able to do 110, which means they are actually making sales and they are actually improving. But most of the time, we look at it very well, you see that it's operating expenses that actually took a lot of this money. So if we look at profit before tax, you see the numbers here. And let's quickly jump to profit for the period. You will see that profit for the period wasn't too much if you look at it. Although there is a little bit of increase, but it wasn't that massive that we were able to cause noise in the market. So of course, we were able to get some little movement. I beg your pardon, we were able to make some little movement. But in Q2, they actually made some good stance, as you can see, from 119 to 132, but 6 months they are still down. So Q2 was actually a good one for the company. And if we quickly look at Q3 was actually a one that wasn't that massive, because they did some acquisition and they did some borrowing, and that actually affected the company a lot. But if you look at what live feed stock did, if you look at like feed actually posted a negative earnings, and that reflects in this current company. Because if you look at the analysis for this, you see that for, beg your pardon, okay, this is not it. Let's sorry, let me look for that. Okay, so I guess this is it. Yes, this is it. So if you look at this very well, you see the analysis that was actually given here, that lower sales in the animal feed segment, which is negative 25%, that's due to challenging industry dynamics, offset sales growth in other operating segments. So they didn't make much from there. And that is as a result of the industry as a whole. It reflected also in the book of live feed, that is livestock feed. So if you look at the price also, I think livestock feed came down to 610, 6 naira, 645. And this is stock that has done some nice numbers in the past. And if you look at what the um, MD said here, let's not read this, but let's go to the subsequent event. He said on 3rd of 2025, UAC completed the acquisition of a 100% equity stake in Chivita. We're still going to talk much about this because that is what actually caused the trigger in the price, in the stock price, in the share price. So a market leading dairy and juicy company in Nigeria with this. So what is the MD saying? The MD said our third quarter result reflect a combination of acquisition related costs, which I told you, higher finance charges and underperformance from the animal feed segment, which I've rightly explained, which more than offset the positive contribution from the packaged food and paint segment. So for the paint segment, you know that they will do well if you look at that. Look at the likes of Mayer, and if you look at the likes of Badger Paint, you see that these guys are actually printing numbers. And same also, they have a reflect of those returns around this area. So challenges in the animal feed segment were an account of sharp decline in agricultural commodities. So prices resulting in inventory holding costs higher than market price. You understand? So we will hold investor engagement to provide insights on Chivita acquisition, which we believe holds this disease. But the beautiful thing about this is the fact that the acquisition is going to reflect on their Q4. So let's quickly jump to the major news that actually pushed that this stock started shooting up. So if we look at this news happened July 30th, and let's quickly jump to the chart and quickly pull out the stock that we are talking about. I know you know this stock by now because you guys are just too smart. So that stock is currently one of the stocks that have printed good money for us, and that stock is UACN. So UACN is that stock. So this is it. So you can look at it. This is it. This is UACN. And if we trace back to July, let's look at the price, look at the time. So this is July 30th. So let's quickly look at the chart here. July 20th. Let's come to this part. Okay, okay, okay. So you can see. So you can see this is the area that that announcement was made, and you can see what happened. The price actually got to this area here. So what are you saying, Investor Joe? Wait. Let's still look at the chart. So let's still look at the information here. So this company was actually bought from um is a local company that UAC bought. I think they bought it. Let's see. Yes, it was acquired around 2019. That was when they bought it, and then now they are actually selling it in 2025. So they actually enjoyed it for close to 5 years, and now they are giving it out. And I think it is a good one for them. I saw 1 billion or $1 million just now, so I just want to look at that number so that we can see if there is. Okay, so the Coca-Cola system recently announced it will invest 1 billion in Nigeria over 5 years. Okay, is the investment they are bringing into the country. So now this news actually pushed the share price to this region here. You understand? And guess what happened? The price actually lingered a bit and came down. And let's see, there's another announcement again that pushed it, which is the FCCPC approves the sale of Chivita Hollandia to UAC. So this happened on the 3rd of August 2025. So where is 3rd of October? I beg your pardon. So this September. Okay, you can see this is the region. Oh, I'm looking at hourly chart. You guys didn't tell me. Oh, I wish you guys are here. Don't worry. Very soon we'll be having this kind of meeting in a in a hub where we'll meet maybe every day or meet weekly as we make progress. So this is where the announcement was made, and then the next one we are looking at is 3rd of October. So let's quickly jump here and look at October. So this September, okay. So this 3rd of October. So this is where the announcement was made, and we actually experienced from 66. The price moved from 66 to 73. That's a good return, almost 10% there. Now, with this movement that we've witnessed now, and with this surge that we've seen, we've known that okay, the approval is there. So, and in Q4 we should be expecting some good numbers coming out from UACN. So, in case you don't know, I actually recommended this stock. I told you guys I've been giving the recommendation. We bought when it was 14, we sold around 30 something, we bought when it was 20, we sold, and some are still holding and all that. And I recently gave this buy order when it was actually 58. When it was 58, and some of us that I chatted privately, most I have some clients that they don't want to be in a group, so I reach out to them privately. I think those ones should have their entrance should be around 70. Yes, the entrance should be around 70. So now that the price is here, it depends on your view. It depends on your view. So if you are holding for a long time, if you are holding for a long time, um, 80 below is still a good entry for a long time. This is not a situation where you will now buy and the price now deep. You will now say you bought and the price is deep. You need to understand what is long term. Long term is like 6 months to 1 year. That is the long time. That is the holding period, 6 months to 1 year. And if you want to continue it, fine. So what we are doing is we are holding, and also I'll be coming here to give updates concerning this stock. We are holding for now, and I'll be giving updates concerning this stock. So we'll be looking at Q4. So if Q4 numbers make sense, you continue to hold. You get the point. And if Q4 number does not make sense, you what? You divest. You move it to another area. So for me, when I gave this recommendation, it was actually 50, 58. It was in the 58 region. And as at that time, I said 60 below, 60 below. So that is what I told my community members, 60 below. And those that actually have it, they made some good returns. So right here is for late comers. So late comers who are coming in should come in with a what? With a long-term view. With a long-term view. And that is why you see my target is giving me 50 and 41%. But me, if you ask me my opinion, I think this company should be selling around this area. That is where I put my target. So my honest price target for UACN is 150 naira. And if you're able to get it around this price, that is you are making 100%. But guess what? When will this thing hit? If you ask me, now who I go ask, you get the point. But if you have 6 months in mind, 1 year in mind, guys, this is a money printing business for you. This is not a call for you to go and sell your house and put all your money. But guys, I strongly believe in this company. And with what I've seen in their books, with what I've seen in their numbers, I strongly believe. Just in case you are looking at it that okay, why are you putting much energy to share this stock? Okay, let me just give you an example. Look at what happened with Inneka Chime. Inneka is actually the chief strategy and operation officer. Of course, you know you should have some friends that works in where money flows in the company. And this person actually, she actually bought 79,000 units. And you know, I like going to my online calculator just to let you know how much this person is bringing. This person bought 79,000 unit. You see, he bought at what? At an average price of 71 naira 40 kobo, which was the price that it was selling. If you're in the market today, that is what it was selling today in the market. So if you have been in the market, or you have this information I'm sharing, or you have some free money, this is where that that money should be. This is where that money should be. So if she bought 79,000 units at 71.40, so let's say 79, this is the 71 to 3 times 71.40, so that you can see how much this person that is working in that company is putting. You can see this person is putting 5.6 million naira. That is the amount that this person invested in this company. 5.6 million naira. Of course, because of their level, this might mean their own 100,000, or it might mean their own 10,000 naira. So, what am I trying to say? You should be able to invest with what? With your number six. because if you look at what is happening now, we'll see liquidity in the market because the market is generous. Some people bought around this area, yeah, that is 53, 55, and guess what? They are selling now to realize their profit to go and get another stock that is actually cheap in their own eyes. You get the point? And you are coming in and looking at getting in around this area here to come and sell around this area or to just map out some little percentage here. You can see this white line that I drew. It is sure that if the market opens tomorrow, we might close above this white line. And if we close above this white line, of course, the next area is around this part. So I will not appreciate if you did not buy UACN when it was very very cheap, and now you want to buy at the top. And if you are buying now, you need to make plans to ensure that you have plans to average down just in case the price continue to nosedive, because you see no price will go up forever. But because we've witnessed this push that is there, and we've seen that a lot of um, fund managers and a lot of people who have insider information are actually taking position. That is why, as at today, we see 23 million bid. You can tell 23 million bid. People are bidding for the stock, 23 million against less than 2 million offer. So that tells you that there is no news, nothing is happening, but investors just look at it that consumer is key in this kind of season. So this is where I'm taking my money to, and that is what we are experiencing in the market. Like I said, you can see what Nneka is currently doing, who is the Chief Strategy and Operations Officer. And we have also give you some analysis based on the report. And if you see the on top of this UAC completed acquisition of this, and you see this is just an explanation. And if you look at it, this is the return, and I wanted to bring out okay, you can see revenue grew 20% to this, and also 9% to this, profit to this, and this is what I want to say on a like for like basis, excluding one off acquisition. So if you can take one off acquisition cost, you see that everything is actually okay. You get the point in terms of profit after tax. You can see from 10 to 12, but if we include this, everything is not okay. You get the point. So in case you're just watching this channel, and don't take this as a buy, sell, or hold advice, everything I say here is for edutainment, is for edutainment purpose, is just for your educational purpose. Before you take any decision, ensure you contact your financial advisor. I'm just giving brief analysis, and what I will do if I have money for full disclosure. I currently have this stock in my portfolio, and that is why I've been monitoring it, and that is why I am coming here to share with you. And in my community also, we have these also. So this is just for you to look at what we do, and then how we get some interesting entry as a community. And just in case you want to join us next week, which is first week of December, we'll be looking at the details of stocks that will actually do well in 2026. And just in case you've heard people that say if you invest 100,000 in this stock in January, by December your money will be 1 million. This is an opportunity for you to put that to work, so that when you will be doing your own video, you'll be saying, I invested this amount and here is what I have. So you're not looking back to say how I wish. No, 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 no. This is an opportunity. So I'll be giving minimum of 20 stocks with good fundamentals and major catalysts that will actually propel the stock to do a minimum of 50 to 100% and beyond. You get the point, but minimum 50 to 100%, because you can't pay to join my class and be getting 10-20%. I can give you that for free. I'm telling you, I can give you that for free. But for 50, 100%, that is, if you put 10 million, you get 5 million as profit, or if you put 10 million, you get another 10 million as profit. You need to be in that class. Although the class will be for those in my community, but the video will be available for those who don't have the full cash to pay for the yearly fee. You can actually have a bit of that amount to access that singular video, so that you can make use of it and also plan your 2026, because 2026 will actually be an interesting year, and you don't want to be left behind. And I hope you have the grace, in case you subscribe, or in case you actually plan to buy the video, Though you'll be watching replay, but all informations will be intact. And in case you actually take that step of faith to actually key in and invest in yourself and invest in your portfolio, I bet you 2026 will actually be an amazing year for you because you already know what you're doing. My prayer is just for you to have that mind to hold your profit till the finish line. You know, most people, if they put 10 million in a stock and they are in 2 million naira profit, they can't hold. In fact, they will not be asking question, is there a way I can take the profit alone and leave everything so that everything will be intact? I always laughed. You just see full greed in display. You want to take just the profit and leave. No, 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 no. What you will do is either you sell half. By the time you sell half, you've already realized 1 million naira profit from that 5 million, and you leave the remaining one. Or you see if you can have patience. If you can have patience, you will get to the finish line and enjoy all the benefits. So, guys, for a replay, we look at the first announcement that actually triggered the stock price. Then we look at the approval of the FCCP. Then we look at first quarter. We look at second quarter. We look at third quarter. Then we look at some press release from the company. Then we look at insider information from the company itself, what the staffs are currently doing. And we also did some little calculation to know how much the staffs are investing into the business. So, in case you're still watching, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified when my post enriching videos like this. Until I come your way again, keep making money and keep protecting your profit. I love you all, my friends, and there is nothing you can do about it. Hands to earth salute. See you in the next one.